everyone, it's Dave from the internet inviting you to explore industrial automation with me. Today we're going to talk about how to get a job or how to break into industrial automation. Before we jump into this, I want to give a huge shout out to John. He gave me this 3D printed bow tie. For this, the slightly less casual of Thursdays. But a lot of questions that I get and a lot of people that I talk to are early in their career, or they have seen some stuff about industrial automation and they want to break in and they don't necessarily know how to. 5 steps that I've come up with that I talk to everyone, and if you're not necessarily looking at breaking into industrial automation, this 100% applies to just about anything you're going to do. 1, you're going to want to show interest in network. 2, you're going to want to do some learning on your own. 3, you're going to need to pick the areas that you want to look at. 4, you need to be proactive and not limit yourself. And 5, and most importantly, you don't want to give up. 1, showing your interest in networking. Industrial automation, as we've kind of talked about, is one of those really close-knit communities. And so if you don't have a way in, it can seem like a walled-off gate. I know myself, a lot of other people are more than happy to have conversations and help people try to learn more about what we do, try to help people find ways into the industry, because that's important for all of us. And so you can reach out to people online, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, somewhere else. You can reach out to them offline. If you're close, go send them an email, go see if you can set up a coffee or a lunch or something like that. And if there are trade shows or other shows in your area and you can go to, definitely go talk to people about that, because the more people you can talk to, the better you possibly can be prepared. In relation to that, I had a lot of people reach out talking to me about this and other things. Special thanks to Jordan and Warren and Michael and Paul and a bunch of other people that I've had conversations with. Thank you guys all for reaching out and connecting. And if you are looking for advice or looking for someone to talk to, please feel free. Number 2, learn on your own. So if you're interested in something, take some time to learn about it. If you're interested in instrumentation, know about a little bit about electricity, know about Ohm's law, know what a PID is, know what a PNID is, know what the difference is between them. Very important. Basic things such as that. If you want to program, know what PLC programming is, know what ladder logic is, know what a SQL database is, maybe the different types of SQL databases. Maybe you're looking at high-end SCADA, HMI, MES sort of platforms. Know what Java is, know how to program in those various different languages, or at least be able to have conversations about them with the people you're going to talk with, because if they know that you're speaking the same language, it's a lot better than someone coming in and being completely unprepared as to what we're going to talk about. And that list can go on literally forever. So that kind of brings me to number 3, is pick your areas. You know, what do you want to do? Industrial automation is this huge industry. What do you want to do? Do you want to do instrumentation? Do you want to program PLCs or HMIs? Are you looking to build SCADA and MESs? Are you looking to build software or hardware? Kind of pick the area that you're interested in and focus on that. And kind of the second video where we talked about all the various different layers, the manufacturers, the distributors and manufacturers reps, the end users, the service providers. Take a look at that. And that is also going to help you kind of pick the areas and pick targets of where you may potentially want to work and where your skills and where the opportunities could overlap depending upon the application. Number 4 is going to be proactive, but don't limit yourself. Now, jobs are not going to fly out of the woodwork, and this very much kind of goes back to the first step where we talked about networking. Networking is important because jobs may not get posted. It may be a factory, and you have to know someone in order to know that there are jobs posted. Maybe it's not posted online. Maybe they're looking for someone, but a job hasn't actively been posted, and you going in and having conversations with someone is the thing that's going to start the spiral. I would suggest to everyone, when you're having conversations, if you're interested in working for the company that you're having conversations with, or working in that segment of the industry, ask them what it would take to be hired. Like, what sort of ideal candidate are you looking for? How could I better my skills in order to be that candidate? And ask questions along that line, and most of the time they're going to freely tell you what you would need to do. So kind of a story on how that applies to me. I was going back to college. I was looking for another part-time job. I had kind of stumbled across an opportunity for like an OEM machine builder based out of Germany but had a US location right down the street. And they were looking for someone to run like the warehouse or the supply chain. And I'm like, you know, this isn't necessarily what I want to do, but this part of the industry really excites me. Let's have a conversation about that. And so we went and we had a conversation, and I went in and I kind of explained to them who I was, and, you know, I like solving problems and I really enjoy selling things and selling applications. And it went from, okay, you're interviewing for a supply chain job to, oh, you know, I could really use Dave as someone in a position such as this. And so it went from coming in and learning kind of all the various different things to the manufacturing engineer went on maternity leave, and now Dave was the only manufacturing engineer. So I got to spend a couple of months doing that and kind of learning everything on that technical side, and then they hired a new engineer, and then there was an opportunity to manage a program for a proposal that turned out to be $100 million greenfield factory. And kind of all of those things were absolutely amazing. Happened because I was proactive and I had a conversation and I told people what I was interested in, and great things happened. And so I always tell people, you know, when you're looking for a job, think of it as you are selling yourself. Even if you don't like sales, you have to go out and tell people about yourself and what you're interested in and what you want to do, because that is extremely important for you to get hired, especially in an industry such as this. And fifthly, don't give up. This job hunting isn't an easy process. Trying to break into industrial automation isn't an easy process. Nothing in life that is really worth it is free. You may have to take a job that is not your dream job. In fact, you will almost definitely take a job that doesn't turn out to be the job that you spend the next 20 or 30 or 40 years of your career in, because that's just kind of where we are at this point in time. You may have to move. You may have to do various other things that is not kind of ideal, but will put you in a position to succeed. So I know that may sound a little bit negative, but there are a ton of really fantastic people in this industry. This industry is full of amazing opportunities, and having gone out and done a bunch of things sitting here in front of you, I can literally tell you there is no place that I would rather be than sitting here in front of the camera telling you guys about an industry that I love. Dave from the internet saying, thanks for exploring industrial automation with me today on this slightly less casual of Thursdays. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. Bye-bye.